Good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, August 13th, and this is our pre-market analysis with QOL Trading. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and like this video. Down below, you can go to the link and you can go to our website at QOLtrading.com. Put your name, email address in here so you can get on our weekly newsletter that we put out every Sunday. It's free subscription. All you have to do is put your name, email address in there, and we put out 21 editions so far. It pretty much goes over the market review of the week and what's ahead for the following week. That being said, let's get into it right now. We have core PPI coming out right now, came in at 0.2. And we'll see how that's going to impact things right now. Probably, I think ultimately positive, but it's getting a little bit of a reaction on the downside here. Month over month, it's down. Actually, it's even. And then unemployment claims 209,000. So that rose. So I think that that's ultimately going to be positive. I think it's going to have a negative reaction initially, but we'll see what happens, how it impacts the markets right now. So that being said, let's get into things right now. You have the VIX right now below $14.91. That's positive for stocks. That means volatility is deflated out in the marketplace. However, we do have these gap downs here. We have one here from April 8th at $25.74. And then also we have one at $30.34 above us. We have nothing down below. So this is pretty flat right now. So I would say if the VIX does elevate, if we do get a flush in the market at some point this year, which I would be surprised if we don't, in the market and the VIX elevates up to these levels right here, that would probably be a sign that the flush is probably going to be over. But nothing's indicating any kind of flush just yet. So let's get into, let's see, oil right now. Oil's elevated, but respecting that $84.34 a barrel. We do have a gap up at $71.63 a barrel. However, we do have some gap downs here. We have one at $90.40. I think that's the last one you have there from July 4th. So I'd like to see us close this gap down here at 71.63 and then possibly drop below that. So that would impact us on the retail side at the gas pump. Anyways, let's get into the ES right now. So the ES is kind of consolidating in here between the 77.43 and 77.86 level. You could see yesterday tried to pop above it. Yesterday, the day before that. So you can see we're just kind of consolidating here a little bit, right? So you had that big push up, and now we have this consolidation pattern happening right here. So if it does flush out and you lose 727.25, I think 76.32. 25 is a previous all-time high. That'd be a pretty big pullback. That'd be a pretty good long indication here because you got this big speed zone here below 77.27.25. On the upside, if you can regain 77.86.75, I think you can push back into the 76.20.25, and then above that, I won't have anything until you get above this 80,071 level, right? So month is just almost midway through the month right now, so we'll see. So far so good. Nice stair stepping higher, but right now you can see we're in a consolidation pattern. Let's get over into the SPY. SPY is showing you the same exact thing. We do have this little gap up here from July 31st at 744.55. Blurry right there because it's right on top of a low as well. So let me see if I can get a low over there. So July 7th low. So we can read it a little better, right? So same thing on the SPY, just like on the ES. If you lose 767.75, I think you come back down to 760.40. On the high side, got to get above that 776.85. If you get above that, I won't have it up to the congressional trend line at 827. Get over to the NQ. Same thing here. Kind of consolidating. It's a little dip of a consolidation though, so I'm a little weary on this. Got to hold this May 14th high. Move it on the left side here, and then this July 7th high, which is also why do I have that orange? Not sure, but so kind of trapped in between these levels here: 29,855 and 25 cents, and 29,783. 54. I think if you flush off and lose this 29,783.54 level. You could flush down, maybe to try to test the lows here. Um, Maybe try to test the lows here from the 11th. And then if you lose those lows, we've got a 29,066 level that you could potentially flush into. On the upside, if you can regain this 29,855.25 level, you can push into 30,074. Above 30,074, you make your way back to all-time highs at 30,693. Qs. Same thing on the Qs. We have a bunch of different levels on the Qs they have to get through. I would say in order to really be comfortable on the Qs, got to get through that 730.83 level. Then you can push into the 737.43. Above that, then you move into the all-time highs back to 747 level. Same thing on the downside. This 719.32 is going to be your line in the sand. You can see how it reacted on it yesterday, the day before. Tried dipping below it, and then we regained it right now. So maybe a pullback long into there to take it higher. If you lose 719.32, 711 and change is June 12th low. And then below that, a better pullback would be the 705.80. We also had this open point of control at 700 from June 11th. And if you did flush and you lose that, I won't have anything until you get to 686.37. Okay, let's get over to the Mag 7. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button like this video. NVIDIA, nice little push that we had there yesterday, but it's stalling out a little bit right now. As you can see, we do have an open point of control here from yesterday or from the day before that I did not put on the charts. I'm going to put that there right now. And that is from the 11th there. Okay, so that point of control being open right now makes me a little wary on continued upside until we come back down there and close that point of control out. I would say for today, if you lose 221.60, I think you're going to have a good chance to come back down to this 217 level and close out this little upward move that we had yesterday. On the upside, if you can get above this 225.58 level, I think you can then start making your way back to the all-time high, sitting at 235. Actually, not all-time highs. It's a January high of this year. All-time highs are sitting at 741. So we are above the 20-day and the 50-day moving average. 20 is sitting at 208.18, and the 50 is sitting at 206.26. So those would be some decent levels here. We do have some pretty good levels here, breaks of highs and then pullback longs, so you can watch those levels as well. So let's get moving over Apple. So this 301.87 is holding right now. It held yesterday, tried to dip below it. If we do lose it again today, I think we have the 100-day moving average at 292.95, and then this midline reversional trend line at 291.29 would be a level right there. So we are below the 20. We're below the 50. The 50 is sitting at 309.48, and the 20 is way up at 321.22. So I would be to really be comfortable with the longs, I'd like us to get these longs, get above that 308.97, which is going to be right just below the 50, and then you could possibly push up to this 315 in change level. It's a midline regressional trend line that I have there from April of this year. So that would be a pretty decent level. So I would say watch the flush, though. If we lose yesterday's lows, 292 could be coming into play, and then below that, I like a 288.62 level. It's a high from December of last year. That would actually be an ideal pullback long for Apple. Okay, Meta. Meta, I've been saying it's been a little weak. I said that was weak. I've been saying it all week, and sure enough, it flushed out yesterday. Came down to these lows here from August 4th, 578.35. Got to hold that level. If you lose that, I've got a 572.24 level. It's a June 23rd high. Below that, we've got this midline regressional trend line here, sitting at 559, 559.12, and then we do have this open point of control at 549.53. So this would be the ideal pullback long. You can see we are below the 50. The 50 is sitting at 597.85, and the 20 is sitting at the even 600. So if it did pop back up there like yesterday, we didn't quite get up to the 20-day yesterday, but you see as you flush out, your moving averages move down too. So if we were rallying, your moving averages would move up. So we are below the 100. 100 is sitting at 608 and change, and the 20 is at 696 cents. And then the 200 is way up there at 629.16. So when you're below your moving averages, you're looking for pop and fades, right? Market popping up and then you're fading. And you're also looking at the broader markets for more confirmation to see what everything else is doing as well. Google held this regressional trend line here yesterday that I have here from May of this year. So a pretty decent level. Got to hold that level today. 339.31. If you lose that, we come into a June 26th monthly low at 333.69. Below that, we have a weekly high from November 25th, November of 2025, 330.47. It's also sitting right above the 200 at 329.71. So if we pull back down here, the 200-day moving average is a real decent level to look for your longs. But you can see we are below the 20. The 20 is sitting at 346.07, and your 100 is sitting at 349.61. And then we have the 50 sitting at 352.84. So really comfortable to be long here. I would not think long until you get above this maybe 356.61 level. So aside from that, I'd be looking for pop and fades, right? Pop and fade is the market pushing up and then you sell off in it. Amazon, see what Amazon is doing. Amazon looks like it's consolidating a little bit. We are above the 20, sitting at 254.99, which is pretty good. I don't see any open point of controls on Amazon right now. Let me see something. I can get rid of this level. This level did nothing for us. Move that. So 270.73, if you pop up there, you could possibly get a little reaction there, right? A break and retest of that level. I'm not sure if you're going to get it right away today. Could possibly flush out to this 262.07, a July 30th low. And then below that, we have this Fibonacci level at 257.51. Microsoft is a little weak right now. We don't have any open point of controls here. However, you had the speed zone that I was talking about right now. We're in it right now. So we could potentially flush back down here at 472.21. If you get a hold above this 493.50, possibly you push into this 506 level where you get some reaction there, break and retest to that level, and then it pulls on back down here, right? So I'm not thinking long unless you're above that 506 level, which is an October 25th low. See how it respected that level, right? Try to break above it and hold, and then we lost it. We lost it on Wednesday. So still some more flush coming in here. You've got a good pullback long here at 472.21. It's a June monthly high in June. That's be a decent level as well. And then if you did lose that, we've got a December 9th high of 456.16. And let me see where our 20s have to be much lower, right? Yeah, so the 20 is sitting down here at 440.37, and the 200 is sitting at 432.79. Very possible that you flush out to those levels, especially if we were below this 493.50. 493.50. That's the line in the sand. If you're below that, I think you get some more flush. If you're above that, you could possibly take a long into the 506 level, right? Maybe retrace the sell-off that we had yesterday, but we'll have to see what happens. Okay. Let's go SpaceX, and we'll do Tesla, and then we'll be done. SpaceX had a nice little push up into this 146.60 level. Didn't quite get to the IPO open at 150. Flushing out right now. 143.33 is your line in the sand for today. That's a July 14th high. If you lose that, probably give back mostly everything of what you had yesterday. Maybe you come back down here to this 140 level, right? These are the highs from Tuesday, and it's kind of right in line here with what was going on Monday as well. So maybe a pullback long into the high from Tuesday here, 139.91. If you lose that level, then you come back down here to the 135 level, which is the opening of the IPO, 135. You do have some open point of controls. 120, 132.90 is the first one, the 129.22. And then you also have an open point of control way down here at 110.53. We do have open point of controls above us. I thought we did. Yeah, you've got an open point of control way up here at 197, but that'll take some time to get up to. So I would say that these lower point of controls are probably more realistic in the short term. Okay, let's get over to Tesla. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, like this video. Tesla, big selling yesterday on Tesla. It does create a speed zone for when the market does want to try to pop back up there. However, big level here today. We held this regressional trend line that I had here from July 16th of 2023 yesterday. Now that's going to be your line in the sand. Going to have to hold that level. Let me get rid of this. Move that. I would say if you lose yesterday's lows, you could try to make your way back down here to this 318.91 level. At 318.91 level, this is open point of control that we have here from August 6th. I think that that's realistic as well. You do have some levels that you could possibly hold. You could possibly hold this 323 level. It's the high from the 6th of this month. So break and big retest there. So I would say if you come back to that 323 level, you can watch and see the market reaction. That could be a pretty decent break and retest on the upside. But if you lose that 323, I would be careful based on this major selling that we had yesterday. If you lose 323, you got 320 to 318.91 up to 320 would be a level where I think that the market could possibly give yourself a nice little hold there. But right now, as long as you're below yesterday's close and below the speed zone level I have at 326.36, I would not be thinking long. You kind of trapped here. You're gonna have to see what the market does at the beginning of the day. You can see that this big flush here, I put a Fibonacci level on this flush yesterday. I wanted it to come back up here, this 329 level, because I like that 329 level for the market to push into and possibly take a sell from there. But you can see we're well below yesterday's close right now. I wouldn't say well below, but about $3 below. But we still have another 40 minutes to the market open, so anything can happen in the last minute. We are, the selling did come in, but there was some buying late in the afternoon, but it kind of fizzled out in pre-market today. So we'll see how the market responds there. As far as what I'm going to do today, I'm going to have the 330 calls up here that expire tomorrow. I may change that to 325 if the market continues to flush. And I've got the 320 puts that are up here. I know they're the premium closed at 110, but I expect them to open up in the $2 range now that we're flushing out a little bit, right? Because the market's getting a little heavy. So anyways, that's going to be it for today. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, like this video. Don't forget to go to the website, put your name and email address in there so you can get on our weekly newsletter list. It's a free subscription. And then also down below, you can join our Discord community where we offer different levels, and we also offer a trade room from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Aside from that, that's going to be it for today. If you got anything that you want me to cover, drop a comment down below. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow.